Landlords in Portland, Maine are upset after someone put a threatening sticker on a real estate company's door. I'm Tony, and this is Real Estate Investing and Landlord News. All right, so I have an interesting article for you today. It's coming out of the city of Portland, Maine. Now, obviously, I have talked about Portland before because I believe that they passed a rent control law not that long ago. And, there was a lot of contentious articles about it, okay? Landlords are not happy. The tenants up there, they're not happy. Nobody's happy up there. And this is one of those places where I say, hey, don't invest in a place where they basically want to take away the property rights of landlords. And so, it's one of those situations where, there's a lot of people on both sides who are upset with each other. So I read this article, and basically the people at a real estate company, they came back to their property and they saw that someone had placed this sticker on their door, and it was a pretty threatening looking sticker. And, it brought up the whole thing of, hey, our landlords are people, searching us down? Are they trying to hurt us? Are they trying to attack us? I don't think that's the case. I think this is, I think it's a big nothing burger, okay? But that's my perspective. And you know what? Maybe landlords in that area, they feel that this is a more serious situation than what I'm seeing. So, if it was like I don't know, like an actual confrontation or maybe a threatening note that has something written down, but I just don't see this sticker that they're talking about as being as big a problem as they think it is, right? I think it's just more some dumb tenants who are just doing dumb stuff, okay? So before I get into the article, go ahead, hit the like, subscribe button, maybe leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. So, in terms of threats, have you ever faced a threat from a tenant or as a landlord? Okay, like have any of your tenants ever threatened you before? I'm just kind of curious. I've never faced any threats from my tenants. I've had really, really good tenants, even with those tenants where things didn't work out in the end and, I might have had to go through eviction. I never was threatened by any of them, fortunately. Now, obviously, I am not as big a landlord as some people, and they've dealt with many threats before. So I'm just kind of curious what other landlords have experienced. So put a comment down in the comment section below. So let's get into this article. This article is coming from newcentermaine.com, and it says, landlords are in season. A sticker placed on a Portland business causes unease. Someone thought it was a good idea to threaten landlords in Portland with a picture of a gun, one property manager said. And like I said, I don't think that this is a legitimate threat, but who knows at this point, right? I mean, there's all sorts of crazy people out there, as we saw by an attempted assassination on our former president. So anyway, let's get into this article. A sticker that reads, "Landlords are in season," was placed on the front of Vitalis Real Estate Group in Portland earlier this week, and local landlords said they now feel targeted. Britt Vitalis, the owner of Vitalis Real Estate Group, said he views this incident as an act of violence and a threat to all landlords. Someone thought it was a good idea to threaten landlords in Portland with a picture of a gun, Vitalis said. He said he was stunned to see the sticker posted on the doorframe of his business Wednesday when he arrived at work. The sticker was still on the building when he left Thursday night, but it was gone by Friday. But even with the sticker removed, Vitalis said the threatening message to landlords still lingers. So the question is, what does this sticker look like, right? And I think they have a picture of it here in this article. Yeah, and it says landlords are in season, and then it has kind of like a drawing of looks like somebody with a rifle that is hunting, right? And like I said, like I don't know how big this sticker is. I don't, it's kind of, but it doesn't look like a serious threat. Okay, it looks like somebody was more trying to say, like, hey, we're coming after your property rights. Like a tenant rights group or something put it on there, like, we're coming after your property rights. It doesn't look like it's actually like somebody was coming, like, I'm gonna kill you, like, just my personal opinion. Like I said, everyone could see this in a different way. Coming up to my door of my business and seeing this, I might be a little bit more frightened, but from the outside, it seems like, just like that's all they did, like if they wanted to, they could have, broken the windows of your business, or, graffitied your business or any of that. So putting a sticker on your door frame, if that's the most they could do, it doesn't seem to me like this is a serious threat, okay? This threat of violence has no place in our community, he said. Vitalis has owned a business in the city for 20 years and said he has always felt safe and never felt the need to install security cameras outside his business. He said he does not know who put the sticker on the building, but he and his employees said they can't help but believe that whoever did this is close by and watching. You never want to show up for work and have a death threat, employee Lisa Smith said. It's a little unnerving. You never know what's around the corner. So my guess, right, and he owns a real estate group. I'm assuming that they either invest in real estate or they do property management, right? My guess is it was one of your tenants who did it. I mean, obviously, if not, then you could look at, I know I covered an article about how the tenant groups were organizing up there and trying to form tenant unions up in Portland, Maine. That might be something to look at. But, this isn't some random crime. There isn't just some random person like, I'm just going to go get this group. No, it's very likely that it's a tenant who is living in one of your units or one of the units that you manage who is not happy with you as a landlord. So it would be pretty easy to figure out who it was, or at least have a good guess of who it was. But like I said, if putting a sticker on your door frame is as far as they're going to go and not, like, I'm more worried, like, I've had bad tenants in my buildings who, literally kicked holes in the walls or busted windows out, okay? So by comparison, this is nothing, okay? And I don't know if this is an act of violence or not. Honestly, I just have a feeling that it's not. Like, I feel like it was just somebody who was angry and, thinks all landlords are bad and this is their way of acting out. So let me know what you think of this whole situation in the comments section down below. I'll put a link to the article and you can read it for yourself.